Have you ever wondered if the woman you're interested in is really worth your time and attention? As a high-value man, your time and energy are valuable, and you need to make the most of them. In this video, we'll talk about how to test a woman using the wisdom of Stoicism to find out if she's really compatible with you and what her true intentions are in a relationship. People often say that women test men, but did you know that men also test women? This practice, which comes from the Stoic idea of understanding and reason, is not meant to be mean or deceptive. Instead, it's a way to learn more about your potential partner's mind. By testing a woman, you can find out more about her morals, character strength, values, and other things that make her unique and help you decide if you're a good match. Stay tuned as we talk about 11 important things that high-value guys do. Stoic ideas were used to test women by doing things like asking the right questions and watching how they behaved. You'll learn how these tests can help you find the right partner. By the end of this video, you'll have a better idea of how to approach relationships with wisdom, patience, and confidence, just like a true Stoic. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others. Now, let's start by figuring out what she wants from a relationship. In this case, taking a Stoic approach can be very helpful. To have clear and honest conversations, Stoicism tells us to ask women what they want from a relationship. By doing this, we can learn about her values and what she looks for in a partner. For example, you could ask her what qualities are important to her in a partner. These questions help you understand her point of view and priorities. Asking her these questions will help you figure out if her goals and values are compatible with yours, which is very important for long-term relationships. For example, if you're on a date and the topic of relationships comes up, you could say, "I've been thinking about what makes a relationship really work in your opinion. What are the key factors?" From a conservative point of view, her answer will show you how she thinks and what she values most in a relationship. A lookout. For the sake of the relationship and for your own growth, this method is about seeking wisdom and understanding. Testing a woman in this way isn't about manipulating her. It's about making sure that both of you are on the same page and can support each other's growth and happiness. By being open and honest in these talks, you are showing the Stoic qualities of wisdom, courage, and justice. You're being wise by looking for the truth. You are brave when you face tough issues head-on, and you are fair and clear in your relationship. Ultimately, knowing what she wants from a relationship is the first step toward making a connection that is meaningful and works for both of you. It's about making sure your morals and goals are in line with each other so you can build a strong future. This open and honest conversation not only builds respect for each other, but it also makes it possible for two people to work together based on shared values and knowledge. Her focus on material things in relationships. If a woman is too concerned with things like looks and wealth, that could be a big red flag. Stoicism teaches us to see past the obvious and find worth in relationships that go deeper and mean more. This can help you find a partner who really cares about the things that matter in life, to figure out what a woman's real goals are. Instead of taking her to a fancy restaurant to see how she reacts to different situations, go somewhere more casual where you can have real conversations. This could be a cozy cafe, a quiet park, or even a meal made at home. If she seems more interested in the location's prestige than the quality of your conversation, it means she might value things over real relationships. Let us say you choose to have a picnic in Serene Park instead of going to a fancy restaurant for dinner that night. If she complains about not having enough money or doesn't seem interested in how simple things are right now, it could show what her shallow goals are. If, on the other hand, she enjoys the time you spend together and talks about important things, that shows she values the connection and the experience you both have. Stoicism tells us to pay attention to what's important and look for relationships that make our lives better in deeper ways. A woman who only cares about material things might miss out on the deep joys of life that come from real connections and shared ideals as a man. You can find a partner who shares your desire for deeper, more important experiences if you test for this. Also, pay attention to what she talks about and how often she brings up material success, brand names, and status symbols. If she does this a lot, it may show that she is focused on external success metrics. On the other hand, a woman who talks about her passions, values, and personal growth shows that she is focused on inner wealth. Please pay attention to how important material things are to a woman. Look for signs of real interest and depth. By doing this, you'll be in line with Stoic ideas and make sure that your relationships are based on shared respect and real connection. By looking for these ideals in a partner, you can find someone who not only enjoys the little things in life, but also wants to grow and be happy with themselves. When it comes to partnerships, it's important to be aware of possible warning signs because of her focus on material things. This fits well with the Stoic practice of observing and understanding human nature. As a guy, you may test a woman to see if her values are the same as yours, making sure she follows your rules and respects your boundaries. Take a look at this example. If you meet someone who often complains about their ex-partners, this could be a sign that they don't take responsibility for their actions or tend to blame others for their issues. Stoicism tells us to be responsible for our actions and not put the blame for our problems on other people or things. A long list of past relationships is another red flag. Having a past is normal, but how she talks about them can say a lot. For example, if she always tries to excuse bad behavior or shift the blame, it shows that she isn't self-aware or growing. Stoics believe in self-improvement and honesty are important, so it's important to find someone who shares those values. Signs of privilege, like expecting you to pay for everything, can also be scary. A silent man wants a relationship based on mutual respect and shared responsibilities. His behavior could mean that he doesn't feel independent or that the relationship isn't balanced. She is not telling the truth about her past or present is another major red flag. Trust is the basis of any relationship, and lying breaks it down. Stoicism stresses being honest and having ethics, so any dishonesty should not be ignored. Other worrying behaviors include not keeping promises, disrespecting your boundaries, lying, manipulating, or trying to control you. For example, if she ignores your need for personal space or tries to tell you what to do, these are clear signs that she may not respect your autonomy. In Stoic terms, it is important to stay calm and logical when observing these behaviors. Don't react without thinking. If you see these bad habits happening over and over again, it's a strong sign that she might not be a good match for you. Remember that a good relationship is based on equal respect, honesty, and shared values. Be alert, stay true to your values, and pick a partner who shares those values. Number 4. Check out her social circle. Men can get a good idea of what kind of person a woman really is by looking at her social circle. The people she hangs out with can tell you a lot about her personality and values. This isn't meant to judge her friends, but to get a better idea of the people who have an impact on her life. For example, if her friends are interested in school, it could mean that she values learning and personal growth and wants to keep getting better. Think about a woman whose friends are always talking about the newest books they've read or the classes they're taking. This probably means she values learning and personal development, which is in line with the Stoic principle of seeking knowledge and self-improvement. On the other hand, if she hangs out with people who are always coming up with new business ideas or supporting each other's ventures, this could be a sign of her own drive and innovation. This shows that she values drive, creativity, and the willingness to take chances, all of which are admirable traits that can point to a strong, resilient personality. If her friends are known for being kind and generous, then she probably is too. It's likely that she herself displays kindness and real support for one another. This fits with the Stoic idea of living virtuously and making a positive impact on the community by spending time with her social circle. A smart man can learn important things about her personality and guess how she might act in the future. The saying, "Show me your friends and I'll show you your future," sums up this practice. If you notice that her friends deal with problems with grace and keep a positive attitude even when things get tough, it's a good sign that she does too. In conclusion, exploring her social circle isn't just about finding out who she hangs out with, it's about understanding the deeper connections and values that shape her life. This Stoic approach encourages men to look beyond the surface and find out what kind of person they are by the company they keep. Go over her ideas on money. To build a relationship based on mutual respect and shared values, you need to know how a woman feels about money. To do this, have an open and honest conversation about it. For example, ask her, "Do you think money plays a big role in a relationship?" Or, "How do you feel about people who prioritize wealth in their partners?" These questions can start a conversation that shows how she really feels about money and goals. Ask her if she prefers to save money or spend it. Does she believe in living in the present or planning for the future? You could also make up hypothetical situations involving money to see how she reacts. For example, if we got a windfall, would you rather invest it, save it, or spend it on something we enjoy? From a Stoic point of view, this conversation isn't just about money, it's about getting to know her deeper values and principles. Being calm teaches us to see past the obvious and to value good traits like knowledge and courage, good sense and fairness. When you talk about money, you're not only testing her money habits, but also her ability to set priorities for what's important in life. For example, if you and your partner have to make a big financial decision, a true partner would probably do it with logic and a focus on what will bring long-term peace and stability rather than immediate gratification. She would know that money is just a tool and that true wealth lies in living a life of virtue and contentment. So when you talk about money, pay attention to how she balances her wants with practicality, how she feels about financial security, and whether she sees money as a means to an end or an end in itself. These things will help you figure out if her attitude is like a Stoic one, and if you can build a relationship that values inner wealth over material wealth. Activities. By talking about these things, you're not only trying her views on money, but you're also learning about her core values and beliefs, which are important for a happy and healthy relationship. Number 6. Check how committed she is. To build real and lasting relationships, it's important to understand and judge the commitment of the people around us. When judging a woman's commitment, you shouldn't set up traps or problems. Instead, you should look at how willing she is to spend in the shared journey. To build real and lasting relationships, it's important to understand and judge the commitment of the people around us. When judging a woman's commitment, you shouldn't set up traps or problems. Instead, you should look at how willing she is to spend in the shared journey. Look at this example. You suggest a last-minute road trip to a nearby town for a day of exploring. If she gladly accepts and joins you, it shows that she is willing to try new things and share new experiences with you. On the other hand, if she keeps making excuses or doesn't seem interested in making plans, it may mean that she isn't really committed. Another thing to think about is how she handles problems and sudden changes. Stoicism stresses how important it is to be strong and flexible. If an event that was supposed to happen doesn't happen, watch how she handles it. Does she show flexibility and a positive attitude by suggesting other plans, or does she get angry and upset? A committed partner will show resilience and a willingness to find solutions together rather than giving up easily. Stoicism tells us to look at what a woman does instead of what she says. We should look at how willing she is to spend time, try new things, and be excited about shared activities. These things she does are strong signs of her commitment. By looking at them, you can get a better idea of how much she cares about the relationship and make sure it fits with your values and goals. You should also think about how involved she is in your life and how willing she is to include you in hers. Does she introduce you to her friends and family? Does she want to meet the important people in your life? A committed woman will want to share her world with you and be a part of yours. This mutual integration is a strong sign of a serious and committed relationship. Plans for the future to see how committed a woman is, getting out of comfort zones. Seeing how strong she is and how involved she is in your life fits with the Stoic ideas of observation and growth. It lets you build a relationship based on mutual interest and shared experiences, which makes for a strong and meaningful connection. 7th, test her patience with a guy who wants to be with her for a long time and trust her. Figuring out a woman's patience can tell you a lot about her personality. In Stoic thought, patience shows inner strength, which means resilience and the ability to keep your cool. She is being pushed to show her true colors. A man who cares about a woman might test her patience by adding small delays or changes to plans. For example, he might ask her to wait a little longer before a date to see how she handles the stress. This isn't meant to be rude, but to see how well she can handle things that don't go as planned. Imagine this. A man plans a surprise date with his partner, but tells her at the last minute that the original plan has changed. Maybe they were supposed to go to a fancy restaurant, but now he suggests a cozy little cafe instead. How she reacts to this change says a lot about her. Does she get angry and frustrated, or does she just go with the flow, being willing to change and wait? Another example is suggesting tasks that she might not want to do. He suggests that they go hiking, even though she doesn't like being outside very much. Her desire to try something new, even if it's not her first choice, shows that she is flexible and willing to try new things. It's important to watch how she handles these situations, like how she deals with mistakes and whether she can accept. A woman who can handle delays, changes, and small problems with patience shows that she is emotionally mature and strong. Stoics say that these traits are necessary for a relationship to be peaceful and last a long time. Not only does patience mean waiting, but it also means keeping a positive mood and a calm demeanor, no matter what. When a man sees that a woman can follow these principles, he knows she will be loyal and a good long-term partner. Her ability to stay calm and understanding in different situations shows her inner strength, making her a true companion on life's journey. By testing and observing a woman's patience, a man aligns himself with Stoic wisdom and makes sure that his partner shares the same values of resilience, adaptability, and grace. Under pressure, this method not only makes their relationship stronger, but it also helps them build one based on mutual respect and understanding. Number 8. How she dealt with money problems. One good way to judge a woman's character is to see how she acts when she has to deal with money problems. This test comes from the Stoic philosophy, which stresses self-control, wisdom, and knowing what we can control. In a real sense, it's meant to see if she values you for who you are or what you can give her. Think about this situation. You've been dating someone for a while when she starts to hint that she wants expensive gifts or trips. You decide to be firm and tell her that you can't afford these luxuries right now. This is when the real test starts. Will she understand and support you, or will she react with frustration and anger? For example, if she pressures you to buy expensive things and you say you can't afford them, you should be firm in your decision. Don't feel bad about standing firm. Stoic philosophy tells us that our worth is not based on money or things we own. When you stand your ground, you show that you value yourself. More than just money, pay close attention to what she says. If she gets angry or harsh because you don't have enough money right now, this behavior shows that you don't value yourself. Stoics believe in keeping your inner peace and not letting outside events control your feelings. Her negative response shows that she might not see you for who you really are, and that she might not be a good long-term partner. On the other hand, if she shows empathy and support, it shows that she is a good person. A woman who respects your financial boundaries and loves you for who you are is in line with the Stoic ideals of virtue and mutual respect. Remember that a relationship based on genuine understanding and respect is much more valuable than one based on material wealth. Watching how she reacts to financial constraints will help you figure out if she values you for who you are, not just your wallet. This test isn't about being cheap or overly cautious. It's about making sure that your relationship is based on mutual respect and understanding. By watching how she reacts, you can learn about her values and see if she follows the Stoic principle of putting inner worth before external possessions. Number 9. If you want to really understand a woman's character, especially if you are a guy with good judgment, one good way is to watch how she uses power when she has it. This goes beyond making quick judgments and gets to the heart of her values and beliefs. How a woman uses her power can tell you a lot about how honest, fair, and caring she is. Imagine a woman is in charge at work. When she has authority, does she use it to help herself and those around her? Does she make decisions that are fair, balanced, and care about the well-being of others? Pay close attention to whether she values the opinions of her co-workers and subordinates and acts in the best interests of the group instead of just herself. In a leadership role, does she truly own the growth and successes of her team? Empower her team by delegating tasks carefully, mentoring them, and making sure that everyone's point of view is accepted and taken into account when a tough situation comes up. Does she make all the decisions, or does she ask her team members for their opinions and ideas? Does she give credit where credit is due, and recognize other people's contributions, or does she take all the credit for herself? How she acts in these situations can reveal a lot about her from a Stoic point of view. Power doesn't mean authority or control, it means duty and service. A woman who uses her power to help others by making choices that are fair and kind is showing traits that are in line with Stoic values. Someone like this is likely to be a source of support and inspiration, helping the two people in the relationship grow and thrive together. Watching how she uses her power can help you figure out if she is a good, smart, and caring partner. This observation isn't just about finding flaws. It's also about noticing strengths and virtues. It builds a relationship based on mutual respect and shared values. In Stoicism, the ultimate goal is to live a life of virtue and wisdom, and having a partner who shares these values can greatly help you reach that goal. By watching how a woman handles power, you can learn more about her personality and values. A woman who handles her power with modesty, kindness, and a sense of duty is probably going to be a good partner. Number 10. Pay attention to her answers. Seeing how a woman acts in different settings is a key part of figuring out who she really is. A technique with deep roots in Stoic ideas. Just like a Stoic would carefully watch how they react to things happening around them, how a woman reacts can tell you a lot about her values and personality. For example, does she really enjoy your humor, or does she just laugh politely? Real laughter is a sign of a real connection. Does she stay engaged during conversations, asking thoughtful questions and showing interest in what you say? Her engagement shows good communication skills and a shared interest. Think about how she physically shows comfort or affection. Does she seem at ease and happy around you, or does she seem distant and uninterested? Positive responses, like laughing at your stories or giving you careful answers to your questions, show that she is interested and can communicate well. These signs show that she enjoys the interaction and might see you as an important part of her life. For example, if you share a personal story or a joke in a casual conversation and she listens carefully, laughs, or even adds to the conversation, it shows that she is interested and values the interaction. On the other hand, if she seems distracted, gives short answers, or doesn't seem to care, that could be a red flag. Stoicism teaches us to observe and think about things calmly and logically. By watching how she reacts, you can figure out if you're a good match for her and if she really has the qualities of a high-value person. This method not only helps you find a partner who shares your values, but it also makes sure that the relationship is based on respect and real connection. 11th, talk about her main beliefs. Start by asking her about the things that are most important to her. This could be her family, her career goals, or her personal interests. These questions will give you a glimpse into her soul and show you what drives her. For example, if she talks passionately about her family, it means that she values loyalty, care, and support. If she talks about her career goals, it means that she is driven, ambitious, and values hard work. Her personal interests can show how she spends her time and what makes her happy. Joy talking about her personality and interests, then looking into what she wants and needs from a relationship. This is how you can tell if your values match and if there is potential for a strong connection. Talking about things like trust, respect, and communication can tell you a lot about how she feels about relationships. For example, if she talks a lot about how important trust is, that means she values honesty and integrity, which are important for a good relationship. If she talks about how important respect is, it means she cares about fairness and mutual respect. She seems to value openness because she is good at communicating. From a Stoic point of view, clarity and emotional intelligence. Think about Marcus Aurelius's teachings. He often talked about how important inner values are over outward appearances. Talking about core values means focusing on the good qualities that really make someone unique. This fits with the Stoic idea that shared values and principles, not surface traits, should be the basis of a worthwhile relationship. If you're on a date and want to know more about her values, you could start by asking, what drives you? What are the most important things in your life? She might answer by talking about her close-knit family and how important their support has been to her. You could then ask, family sounds very important to you. How do you think that shapes your relationships? This leads to a deeper talk and a better understanding. To keep the conversation going, you could ask, what are some things that you can't live without in a relationship? Her answers will show what she wants and what she thinks is important for a good relationship. Talking about her core values not only helps you understand her better, but it also lets you think about your own and see if they match up. By talking about her values, you are both learning more about her and testing the waters for a possible relationship that is built on a strong foundation. This approach is in line with Stoic teachings, which say that understanding and living by core values is, most importantly, it makes sure that the relationship is based on mutual respect, common goals, and a deep link that goes beyond just talking. Talking to a woman about her core values is a great way to get to know her better. It reflects the Stoic belief in the importance of inner virtues and helps you figure out if there is a solid foundation for a meaningful and lasting relationship. By finding out what matters most to her, you can build a connection based on mutual respect and shared values. As we wrap up our discussion today on how to use Stoic wisdom to figure out a possible partner's true intentions and compatibility, we'll talk about how to make a relationship work. I hope these ideas were useful and interesting for you. Remember that testing someone isn't about tricking them. It's about finding a deep connection that fits with your values and goals. As a Stoic, it's about using your knowledge and logic to handle your relationships with confidence and clarity. Looking at a possible partner through the lens of Stoicism isn't just a way to find someone who is a good match. It's also a way to build a relationship that encourages mutual growth, respect, and resilience. Let these Stoic strategies guide you not only in your romantic pursuits, but also in all of your relationships with intention and wisdom. If this video has changed the way you think about relationships or given you new ideas, please like and share it so others can benefit as well. Your support also helps us grow and keep making useful videos like this for you. Please subscribe to our channel for more tips on how to live a life guided by Stoic principles. We'd also love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Leave a comment below to join the conversation. Don't miss our recommended videos, which are now playing. They're meant to help you understand and use Stoic principles in your daily life. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember to live wisely and make sure your actions match your values.